difference between being spiritual or religious? We get this question a lot, and I'm sure that many of you have heard this statement. Perhaps even some of you have made the statement yourself. I'd like to share a little story of a conversation I had with my own mother. My own mom, she was baptized Catholic, raised Catholic, received all the sacraments of initiation, and she even graduated from Rosary High School out in Aurora. And, she to this day claims on government paperwork, or anytime someone asks, like, well, what faith are you, she'd say Catholic, but in practice not so much. Over the years she's become disenchanted with the Catholic faith. Now she knows what I do, and she fully supports me, and she encourages me. She's very proud of me working for the Catholic Church. But that question, being spiritual versus religious, takes me back to a conversation I had with her. We were talking about how she feels that she is really spiritual. She has a relationship with Jesus. She prays daily. And I said, "Ma, that's wonderful. You have to do that. We have to have a prayerful and engaging life with Christ." But then I said, take for instance that relationship you have with Christ. You pray with him every day, but you don't go to mass, uh, you know, but maybe once or twice a year, and the practice of your faith outside of that prayer is lacking. So I said, Mom, what if that was just a phone call? Think of your best friend in the world. Think of your best friend in the world. You talk to him every day on the phone, and maybe you poured out your heart to them. You shared secrets. You shared all of yourself over the phone. That's great. But then what happens if at the end of that phone call, every single day, your best friend says, hey, when am I going to be able to come over? When can we hang out? At the end of every day, that question gets asked you, and you tell your best friend in the world, person you love and claim to love more than anyone else. You say, I'll talk to you tomorrow. And you never see them. You never hang out with them. You never spend that time with them outside of that phone call. How long before you'd be able to maybe not call that person your best friend? What about our relationship with Jesus? We pray with him. Those that are spiritual yet not religious, that's the thought but no action. Christ called us to live a certain life, to do certain things with that life. And yes, it's vitally important that we speak to him, that we pray to him. But is that enough? Are you spiritual or are you religious? Or maybe, just maybe, we ought to be both.